Thank you and welcome back. So anyway, I was talking about the medications and stuff like that. Um, Now, are children being targeted, and are the pharmaceutical companies trying to buy the monopoly of for kids? Maybe. You know, I never remembered ADHD when I was growing up. When I was a kid, you know, we were rambunctious. We were running around. We were able to release our energy a lot more than the kids today, who, due to gaming and TV, sit around and do nothing. They build up this enormous amount of energy and are still fed the sugary cereals that we were fed to as kids. So it's like a boiling pot with a lid sealed on it, just sitting there waiting to explode. And that's what kids are like today. They're just little sitting pots of energy. And if they had gotten out and run around and vent that energy, then they'd be okay. Is ADHD real? Maybe to some degree, but I don't think everybody who is diagnosed ADHD has ADHD. I think for the most part it's a farce, and I blame it a lot on the parents not really allowing their kids to get out there and run around like we used to do. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about the pharmaceutical stuff. Now about the racism. Pretty much the only reason why it's a factor is because the liberals have taken into their fold some of the most ridiculous characters. Janine Garofalo is a really good example. Like, is she the national spokesperson for the Liberal Party? Because what she's saying is whacked. Take a look.
See you.
Thank you. You know, there is nothing more interesting than seeing a bunch of racists become confused and angry at a speech they're not quite certain what he's saying. It sounds right to them, and then it doesn't make sense. Which, let's be very honest about what this is about. It's not about bashing Democrats. It's not about taxes. They have no idea what the Boston Tea Party was about.
That's right.
They don't know their history at all. This is about hating a black man in the White House. This is racism straight up.
And even though everybody's out there playing the race card, certainly according to the White House spokesperson, it's not that big of a deal to Obama.
The president does not believe that criticism comes based on the color of his skin.
So what are we talking about here? I don't think it's a matter of race. Listen, I don't think Obama's any more important or special than any other prior president we've had. Why is he so special? What does he have? Sure, he has flair. He does kind of remind me a bit of the Kennedy thing, but when you have a White House with a family, a young family and kids, that's usually going to stir that whole thing going. And I think that's why Obama is so special. I don't see anything else any different in him than any other president. Do you? What does he have? Listen, if you're still popular after getting a blowjob in the White House, why is Obama any more special than Bush or Clinton or Bush, Reagan? Why? What makes them special? Certainly takes a lot to become the leader of the free world, but I don't see anything more special or different about Obama than any other president. See, I go in this with blinders. I don't see anything different between this man and any other, except that Obama's not the previous president. That's the only reason why Obama's gotten a pass and Bush hasn't. As far as the, we're going to go into the indoctrination here, and I'm very careful with the word indoctrination because I don't want to associate it with Hitler Youth and all that crap back in the 30s and 20s. I want to think more indoctrination, more cult-like stuff and brainwashing than anything in relation to Adolf Hitler. He's got too much attention, and I think if anything, Hitler should be more reserved to make something fun of than to any more parallel him with the evil that he was. So it doesn't bother me to make fun of the guy, because why not joke about him than remember the evil that he was. I mean, we shouldn't forget. We shouldn't forget. Ahmadinejad says the Holocaust never happened. And for the UN to allow his like to speak, even to allow him in New York, is a disgrace. And I think the UN needs to be abolished. So, but anyway, back into indoctrination. I know you all saw the video, and I want to run it again for you to see. Now remember, this is a song, which is a Christian song, and the words have been played with here. So Obama is in place of Christ. But pretty much it's the same song. Okay? And there's something about the woman who taught these kids how to sing. Take a look at the video.
I like that.
2. Now the woman who taught the kids how to sing this, she knows Obama. She wrote a book called My Obama, I believe. Now there's nothing wrong with writing a book. Anybody can write a book. I don't care how many books you write about a president. There have been books about Obama. There have been books about Bush. I mean, how many books are there about George Bush? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. How many positive books have been written about George Bush? How many books that put George Bush in a good light have been written? There you go. That may be the difference. Listen, this is what I'm saying. I don't think, as long as this isn't countrywide and all the children, as soon as this song isn't getting around and all the schools ain't singing this, this is a separated event. This is just one single thing. Of course, word had it happened in another school somewhere, but this is just one single event. So that we're talking about here. So will I worry about it right now? Not until we start hearing that these things are sprouting up everywhere. So that's my take on that. And we're going to go to break, and I'm going to come right back and finish this up and talk more about what I want to see in a president. And sorry, I haven't lit Miss Garcia Vega yet. Next show we will. Talk to you later.